find out what's going on with the sports. I want to find out what's going on with the Red Sox and see what's going on with the New England Patriots, and just being able to just find anything on my phone, quickly. And I also have pictures on my phone, so I would be able to see pictures of my friends and family and just a lot of crazy stuff that I do. So, like I said, number one would be my family and friends, but I have to say my cell phone because, I can get in contact with all my family and friends. I can see pictures of all my family and friends, and I can be in touch with what's going on with the world and everything. So, I miss my phone. So I would love to be able to have a phone call from my mommy.
Okay. So, with this presidential election coming up, what are the biggest issues you care about?
I honestly care about America just changing for the better. I think that, not being out there in the world right now for a month and a half almost, I just have a feeling that it's been continuously going downhill, if we can even go further downhill than we are. Gas prices, me personally, I drive a V8 Durango, which I get about 10 miles per gallon. So I'm spending, a lot of money in gas. And I do real estate, which my job relies me on driving around. And there's nobody buying real estate. So if I'm driving around in a truck that spends a lot on gas and I'm not making money to pay for the gas, it's difficult. So the economy, jobs, I just think that America needs a change, and it needs one seriously. So I just hope that whatever happens, that people really, instead of thinking about their tax rate and how much they're going to get off, their taxes, think about what America needs and what America, what would be America's future with a certain person, whoever it might be. But I think they really need to think about others instead of themselves, especially if they're in the higher bracket of income. They're just worrying about saving a couple bucks, but they don't know and they don't realize that without the lower income of the middle class, that there would be no upper class. That's what makes the world go round. They need to make money in order to spend money. And if people that have a lot of money aren't spending it and are getting tax breaks, then what does that really say for the middle class or the lower class that are working really hard and who have more of it, taxes, and they're losing their jobs, and they can't afford even the gas bill because gas is so high. They can't, they worry more about their electricity bill than having food on their table. And to me, that's very important, is to not to focus on one class, to focus on everybody, and just to make America a better, a better country in a lot of different ways.
Okay. So how does it feel to have a weekly part on the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson?
I actually look forward to Wednesday because I really like to be able just, to see people, especially Craig Ferguson. And it's the first time in Big Brother history that, a cast of Big Brother has been on a weekly show. And that's exciting. I mean, it's exciting for my family and friends. I get to see another, another day of me. I'm sure they really appreciate that. And it's just, amazing. And it's surreal to think that, you're on a late show with Craig Ferguson. And it's just, the whole thing is just an amazing experience. And I just savor every experience because it's like no other I've ever experienced, and not a lot of people can say that they were a weekly guest on Craig Ferguson. I don't think there's a lot of people that are actually actors and actresses and other song writers and artists and singers and all that can even say that. Besides Julie Chen, I mean, she's on it weekly because, she's bringing us on there with her. So I love it, and I hope it continues.
Okay. Why are you so upset with Dan?
I'm upset with Dan because, you know, he's been one to walk around this house and speak of his religion. I'm Catholic also. I believe in God. I speak with God. Me and him have, like, you know, we got a connection. I believe I don't have to speak through anybody to get to God. I don't think I have to proclaim to anybody what I feel about God and my religion. But when somebody is going around with the Bible, reading scriptures about white lies and lying and a lot of other stuff that he's been going around the house giving to people, and telling me that he will, you know, no longer be a teacher if he is dishonest, because he portrays it that his students won't understand why he does that, and he wants to portray himself as an honest person that doesn't cheat, that respects females, you know, that doesn't, if he doesn't have to lie, he doesn't want to lie. And I think he said to me that he wants his kids to respect him and not, you know, ask, you know, Teacher Dan, why did you do that stuff? How come it's okay for you to do that stuff but not me? You know, and he's constantly, I hear him all the time giving people scriptures about certain things, and I mean, I feel as though if you knew you were going to come in here and maybe break your word, I don't think you should dictate to people about white lies and lying and honesty, and swearing on the cross and swearing on the Bible and giving people your word and shaking on it when you know that you're not going to, especially when you go out of the way to tell somebody. With the incident with Jesse,